Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Girls Soccer match. Our match tonight has the 0-3 John Hardin Bulldogs against the 1-1 homestanding Central Hardin Bruins. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. For the John Hardin Bulldogs tonight, the starting lineups will be Monica Surpriza, Christina De La Rosa Pagan, Alexis Witherspoon, Nia Johnson, Caitlin Rowlett, Zoe Hedge, Kylie Newton, Mariam Atziani, Melissa Wiley, Josie Mink, and Katie Lewis. It'll be Central Hardin ball to start our game. Starters for the Bruins today, it'll be Michaela Speed, Haley Clark, Destiny Tharp, Briley Bronner, Brooke Norton, Rachel Price, Brenton Dodd, Jenna Bunch, Riley Martin, Lexi Forey, Avery Rabb, and in goal is Michaela Speed. Rachel Price wearing number 6 tonight. Usually she wears number 9 for the Bruins. Dodd passes it outside. Now Price will drop it back for Martin. Sends it to the outside. It'll be out of bounds and a throw-in for the Bulldogs. So we got some substitutions in real quickly. Throw knocked out. That kept in by the Bruins. Riley Bronner with it. She'll drop it back. Haley Clark. She'll send it to the side. Forey with it now right at midfield. Forey will send it up trying to get it to Dodd. Back there on defense for the Bulldogs. Hedge. Bunch is going to throw it in for the Bruins. Gets it into Norton. Bunch will take it back. Slide it to the middle to Price. Bronner retreats back and collects it for the Bruins. Drops off for Martin. We're going to send it upfield. No Bruins really down there. De La Rosa Pagan just going to let it go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Alexis Witherspoon in goal tonight for the Bulldogs. Some injuries have hit the Bruins as they have several new starters in their lineup from just last week. Kick going to be sent out near midfield. Nia Johnson there for the Bulldogs. Riley Clark going to track it down for the Bruins. Being a foul on the Bruins, so it'll be a kick for the Bulldogs. Kick being sent into the box. Going to get all the way through. Out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick now for the Bruins. Grace Borgadine, one of those injured Bruins. She's out tonight. And it is Michaela Speed in the goal for the Bruins. She'll send it up to Forey. Try to get it to the middle field. Melissa Wiley there got in front of it. I'm trying to chase it down as Rowlett. Schmidt will send it back out near midfield. Gets it to Price. Price going to lay it off. Trying to get it to Dodd. Martin sends it back in. De La Rosa Pagan not able to get to it. Kicking it out was Hedge. Gets it out to Crowley. Out of bounds. Throw in for the Bruins. Get it into Price. Price will track it down in the corner. Poked free there by Crowley. There'll be another throw in for the Bruins. Bounces over the head of the Bruins. Bunch able to track it down just outside the box. Not able to get a clean shot away. And that'll result in a corner kick now for the Bruins. Victoria Schmidt coming up. Looks like she'll be the one to take the corner kick. Bruins break out of a bunch near the top of the box. This was going to be sent right at the top of the box. Gets through. Tracking it down is Avery Robb. Looks it over to Bunch. Gets it to Bronner. Bronner going to slide it in for Dodd. Pressure from De La Rosa Pagan. A kick will go wide from Bunch. Going to be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. 34-34 to go here in our opening half. Score 0-0. Rowlett to take this one. Just short of midfield, bounces and gets past there. Nia Johnson coming up for the Bulldogs. Foree gets to it for the Bruins. Johnson back with control. Try to send it wide. Riley Martin able to deflect it out. Now Price chasing after it. Jamie Pons-Pagan is going to go out off of Price. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Crowley to take this throw in. Crowley drives it up the left side, looking to cross there. Chains possession, sends it into the box. Speed got to it, and then Wiley's kick just goes over the goal. Very good cross set up. Speed unable to clear it, and Wiley kicks it over the goalpost. Over the crossbar, sorry. About for Schmidt. Sends it up to Price. Looks like she was going to try to lay it off, taken back by the Bulldogs. Norton came from behind and poked it free. Haley Clark with it. She'll drop it off for Martin. Bronner, has it for the Bruins. Wiley's going to clear it out, but sends it right to Jenna Bunch. Bunch gives it back to Bronner. Looking for some room to pass to. Going to be crossed. It'll be out of bounds before they were able to get in that cross. Avery Rabb now with it for the Bruins. Goes off of her, and another throw in for the Bulldogs. Trying to send it out to Nia Johnson. Norton gets it at midfield for the Bruins. He's past the first defender, pass up to Dodd. Dodd looking for someone to drop it back to. It is Norton. Norton took a shot. Rabb tries to send it in. That goes off of another Bulldog. Out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Trying to squeeze it into Dodd. De La Rosa Pagan sends it out. That one's going to go off Crowley. Throw in for the Bruins. back into the box, trying to get the bunch that time. It's going to come out. Riley Bronner there. She's going to try to keep it from the Bulldogs. Melissa Wiley comes up. She gets it. She's going to send it forward for Johnson. Victoria Schmidt got in the way. Now Haley Clark trying to pass it off. Riley Martin now with it for the Bruins. As Rowlett gets there to poke it free. Retains possession. Schmidt heads it back towards Bronner. Back to Martin. Martin will send it forward where Crowley is to send it back. And Bronner going to get that foul. She ran into the Bulldog. Free kick from there. Sent down, gets to Victoria Schmidt. She's the last line for the Bruins. She'll send it back out. It's to Rab. Rab driving up the far side. Drops it off for Dodd. De La Rosa Pagan comes out, gets it back. It'll be Rab. They'll send it back into the box. Gets it to Price. Price tries to turn, shoots, and it's wide left. And it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. It's a little over 10 minutes into our ball game. 29-25 to go here in the opening half. 0-0 the score. He's going to get past most of the Bruins. Here comes Schmidt over before Johnson gets there. Aziani with it, but Bunch gets it from her. Lays it off for Norton. To Bronner. Bronner going to send it at the side, trying to get it to Rab. Rolling over is Lewis. Lewis will throw it back in. Towards Price near the middle of the field. She tries to dump it off for Dodd. De La Rosa Pagan there applying the pressure. We're going to send this one way back, and it goes over the crossbar. And it'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. A reminder, Wednesday night we will be back on the air as we have another 17th District Girls Soccer match. It'll be the Elizabethtown Panthers traveling to Radcliffe to take on the North Hardin Trojans. Game time is 7 o'clock there. Back to action. Dodd now with it. She'll lay it off for Price. Price at the top of the box. Going to cross there just to the right. It looked like it was going to be a pass back to Dodd, and it very close to a shot on goal as it just drifts a little to the right. And another goal kick for the Bulldogs. It's been about 3 or 4 goal kicks now for the Bulldogs in the last 3 or 4 minutes as Central Hardin has applied the pressure. Wiley heads that one back to Lewis. Dodd going to track it down for the Bruins. Dodd will press it on the line. She crosses there, and it actually goes over the crossbar. This will be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Melissa Wiley takes that one. Sorry, Rowlett was that one on that goal kick. Rab going after it for the Bruins. She's going to send it into the box. Dodd trying to get there to head it out by the Bulldogs. And behind her comes Norton and a diving save by Alexis Witherspoon. And she can't kick it again after she does a drop kick. Now, after she missed it, one of the Bulldogs could have come back and taken it. But this will be a free kick for the Bruins. Dodd and Price standing there. And it'll be laid off. Price takes the shot. It's good. I believe it was before the Bulldogs got ready.
Goal number 6, Rachel Price.
She has the wrong number tonight. Still able to get it into the back of the net. 26:07 to go here in the first half of play. It's the Bruins up 1-0. And as soon as the official said it was ready, it was Don just laying it off for Price, who knocked it in the upper left-hand corner. So he's sent down. Nia Johnson comes over to get it. Speed comes out of the box. Wiley now with it, trying to dump it in. Rowlett runs up, it's headed out by Schmidt. And now it's Price getting it back. She'll send it forward. Returned by the Bulldogs. Wiley with it. Drops it off for Rowlett. Trying to poke it free. Martin will send it back out near midfield. Dodd gets there for the Bruins. She'll drop it back for Norton. Norton up to Bronner. Bronner going to continue driving it near the box. Stops it off for Dodd. Dodd gets away from the first one, gets the ball close inside the box, dumps it off for Bronner, and it's good. And so very quickly, just a minute after the first goal,
at
the 25:08 mark, it's Briley Bronner with the goal. Britton Dodd, we saw her a week ago, put 4 in the net. Here early on, she already has 2 assists for the Bruins. Rowlett with it just outside the circle. Bronner comes up, takes it away. Bronner going to drop it off for Price. Price will leave it for Bunch. Back to 4E. To Bunch. Send it across for Bronner. Bronner going to drop it outside. Thought for Rab. Goes a little beyond her. And it will go and cross the end line and will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Have some substitutions.
In the game for Lady Bruins, number 21, Hallie Whalen.
Whalen checks into the lineup for the Bruins. Schmidt back with it. Haley Clark will come back. Clark will give it right back to Schmidt. Now Price with it. Martin to throw it in now for the Bruins. Paz Fagan knocked down. Price up with it. And Dodd was trying to poke free from it and almost went in as Lexus Witherspoon comes over and makes another save for the Bulldogs. Rowlett sends it up the side, trying to get it up to Atiani. Dodd with it. Drives it to the center. Whalen there, kick, it's going to go just wide. That'll be another kick for the Bulldogs. I believe they're going to say it was actually touched by one of the Bulldogs, so it'll be a corner kick.
Corner kick
for the Bruins. Victoria Schmidt comes up to take that. Again, the Bruins bunched up. Schmidt going to send it to the far post. Off a Bulldog, bounced around. Bruins trying to get to it. Martin has that one stuffed. Sorry, now Martin will kick it up. Bulldogs send it back out of the box. Foree will come up to get it. Bruins continue to put pressure on the Bulldogs defense. Dodd in it outside the box, gets it with the left. It's good. Dodd with the left-footed shot.
Number 11, Brenton Dodd. Sorry, number 10, Brenton Dodd.
So with 21:46 to go here, after about 15 minutes of no scoring, the Central Hardin Bruins taking control of this game now at 3-0 on the Bulldogs.
Into the game for Lady Bulldogs, number 10, Kylie Crowley.
Send that up the side, it'll go wide. And it'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Wiley heads it back down for you. Gonna send it out near midfield. Bronner there. That's gonna go off of Forey. Wiley to throw it in. That's gonna go over the end line and be a goal kick for the Bruins. The Bruins 1-1 on the season, 1-0 in 17th district play. Had a win last Monday, 7-2 victory over the North Hardin Trojans. They fell to the Bardstown Tigers last Wednesday. Up next will be this Wednesday as the South Oldham Dragons will come to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Martin on the far sideline, looking for some room. Send it to Hatfield. Hatfield tries to get it up to Bronner, trying to get it back. Hans Pagan sends it back out. Crowley with it, kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Wiley comes over to take that. Throw it in for Rowlett. Puts it forward to Atiani. Back out to Flack. Bronner there to poke it free. Pazbagan will send it right back down. Atiani with Forey, going to clear it before Atiani gets there. And Hedge will send it back into Flack. Sorry, to Rowlett. Going to try to send it down to the corner. It's going to go just too far. And it'll be another goal kick for the Bruins.
In the game for Lady Bruins, number 22, Ella Dodd. And number 7 for the Lady Bulldogs.
Ella Dodd checks in for the Bruins. Nia Johnson back in for the Bulldogs. Speed to take the goal kick. She'll send it up to Norton. Norton sends it forward to Hatfield. Hatfield trying to send it outside and make solid contact. Ella Dodd there. Atiani has it for the Bulldogs. And Paz Pagan will send it out near midfield. It'll go wide and be a throw-in for the Bruins. Bruins going to have a substitute.
Lady Bruins, number 23, Peyton Rabb.
Peyton Rabb now checks into the lineup. Take Rachel Price's spot. Forey with the throw-in. Rowlett sends it back up to Johnson. The Bruins defense there to take it right back. Schmidt with it. She'll lay it off for Martin. Martin going to send it up the far sideline. Whalen down there chasing it down. Lewis for the Bulldogs there. And Lewis will actually poke it out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. 17:55 to go here in the first half. Central Hardin on top 3-0. Rachel Price, Bethany Bronner, Briley Bronner, and Brenton Dodd with goals today for the Bruins. That kick's going to go beyond everyone and through the box, and it'll go out of bounds and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Have another substitution for the Bulldogs.
Into the game for Lady Bulldogs, number 16, Kylie Newton.
Bronner with it. Lays it back to Clark. Played off to Schmidt. Back to Forey. Sends it up towards Hatfield. Hatfield going to drop it off for Norton. Norton going to go wide for Bronner. Give it up for Martin. Drops it down to Whalen. Rowlett now with it for the Bulldogs. Rowlett poking it free, but Martin able to track it down. Johnson tries to get it free, and she actually sends it up the line. Haley Clark will go back and collect it up for the Bruins. Almost looked like Clark thought the ball had gone over the end line. Melissa Wiley for the Bulldogs has it. She'll line up a shot. It goes off of Schmidt. Wiley will drop it back for Ponspagan. Outside for Newton. Norton back with it to Forey, and Forey going to send it up the sidelines out near midfield. Hedge comes up. She'll drop it off for Flack. A Rowlett that actually goes off of Bronner, and they're seeing it went off her hand. A free kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett to take this kick. I'll send that one into the box, right to Speed. She makes the save. Sends that one down to Ella Dodd. Now Forey tries to settle in. It'll be Wiley with it for the Bulldogs. Forey knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for John Hardin. We'll have substitutions
The game for Lady
on
Bruins,
both sides.
12, Kaylee Norton.
Kaylee Norton now into the ball game. And Mariam Atiani.
Number 17, Marianne Atiani.
Schmidt with it back near the end line for the Bruins. Before he sends it up the line, Atiani right there to get in the way. She sends it to Rowlett near the top of the box. Norton going to get there. Brooke Norton sprinting out from there. To Rav, sends it, drops it outside, trying to get it to Hatfield. Now Riley Martin with it. Her and Crowley go at it. Goes off of Crowley out of bounds. A throw in for the Bruins. And the defense will send it on around. Lexi Forey with it. Hooks it up to Ella Dodd. Bronner will get it there for the Bruins. Back down the line, just too wide for Dodd to get to. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Bronner stepped in front of the throw-in, trying to get possession back. It'll go off the Bulldogs and now be a throw-in for Central Hardin.
In the game for Lady Bruins, number 6, Rachel Price.
Price back into the lineup for the Bruins. Get it into Brooke Norton. Weaving our way through the Bulldogs. Going to take a shot from outside the box. De La Rosa Pagan got to that one. Norton back with it. Ponce Pagan now will send it out. Price will let it go out and be a throw in for the Bruins. And throw it down the line to Dodd. Hedge knocks it out there. Another throw in for the Bruins. Price will take this one. Price going to throw it out near the middle. Wiley heads it away. Price able to gather possession back for the Bruins. Driving in. And that one poked free and in. I believe Kaylee Norton on that side. And it was Kaylee Norton with 11:31 to go here in the first half. And a assist. Oh, sorry, they're going to say it went wide. Apologize. It looked like it had gone in the goal. Oh. Yeah, it is a goal. Okay. Sorry, they acted like it was a goal kick. That one, again, Kaylee Norton with the score. 11:31. That gives the Bruins a 4-0 lead.
Goal for Lady Bruins, number 12, Kaylee Norton. Into the game for Lady Bruins, number 10, Brenton Dodd.
Brenton Dodd back into the lineup for the Bruins. For the Bulldogs, their next game will be at home on Wednesday night as they will take on Hart County. Game time set for 6:30 there. Ella Dodd. That's Rad that sent it up. Head sends it a little too wide. That'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Price to take this one. Throws it over Ella Dodd's head. Hedge kicks it out. It'll be another throw in for the Bruins. Price to take this one as well. Price going to send that one to the far side. Headed away by the Bulldogs. Martin comes up for it. She'll drop it off for Kaylee Norton. And De La Rosa Pagan kicks it out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Throw in comes to Bronner. Leaves it off for Kaylee Norton. Sends it, gets through the box. Rab with it. Drops it off for Brenton Dodd. Outside for Price. She'll lay it off for Ella Dodd. Goes off a couple of Bulldogs. And De La Rosa Pagan clears it out. Throw in for the Bruins. Throw into Dodd. Back to Price. Price, that one goes off Wiley. Bounces away. Nia Johnson, first Bulldog to it. Back to Wiley. Sends it to Rowlett. Send it up. Atiani down the far side, near sideline, chasing after it. Unable to get to it before it goes out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Substitutions on both sides.
In the game for Lady Bruins, number 8, Brooke Norton.
Brooke Norton back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. And the reason it takes us a little longer to get the, Norton back in for the Bruins. The Bulldogs' numbers are only on the backs
16,
of their
Kylie
uniforms. Newton back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. And it will be a corner kick
Corner
for
kick,
the
Lady
Bruins.
Bulldogs.
Rowlett to take this. Send that one to the middle of the box. It scoots through. And that'll go over the end line and will be a goal kick. Well, I'm going to say it went off the Bruins, so it'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
Corner kick, Lady Bulldogs.
Rowlett again to take this one. About 8 minutes to go here in this half. That one headed all through the box. Newton keeps it inbounds. Brooke Norton with it, going to send it out towards Amber Hatfield. Lays it off for Rab. Rab going to send it outside to Kaylee Norton. De La Rosa Pagan provides the pressure. Now she'll send it out to Crowley. Goes out of bounds. And a throw in for the Bruins. Send it into Rab. Bulldogs able to get to it, send it up the field. Newton after, but Haley Clark will get there first. Clark will send it back to Speed. Speed will send it to the other side to Price. To Dodd. Brenton will lay it off for Clark. Back to Dodd. To Brooke Norton. Back to Dodd. The Bruins are not forcing the issue right now on the offensive end. Again with a comfortable 4-0 lead. Martin with it. Hatfield at the top of the box has it. She's going to send it across for Rab. Rab unable to really get a shot off. It's almost cleared out. Now Price will get to it. Price wound up like a shot. It goes wide to the left, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. 6:20 to go here in this first half. Get a reminder, we'll be back on the air here at HCEC-TV on Wednesday, 7 p.m. It'll be girls soccer action again. This will be the Elizabethtown Panthers visiting the North Hardin Trojans. Eladon trying to get it back to the inside. That one will go off the Bruins and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Hedge to throw it in. I said it went back out of bounds before Hedge got to it. Price to take this throw in.
The game for Lady Bruins, number 13, Jenna Bunch.
Bunch back into the lineup
And
for
into the game for Lady
the
Bulldogs,
Bruins.
number 7,
Nia Johnson back in for the Bulldogs. Rab with it, being harassed there by Johnson. Britton Dodd now with it for the Bruins. She'll send it outside for Martin. Send it down into the corner. Lewis there for the Bulldogs. She'll just poke it outside. And it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. As the wind picks up. Brooke Norton to throw this one in. Trying to get to Hatfield. Rowlett pokes it free. Comes back. Martin sends it back towards the top of the box. Ella Dodd will come down and get it. Lays it off for Rachel Price. Rab back to Ella Dodd. That one's going to go off Hedge, and it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins.
Corner kick, Lady Bruins.
And Victoria Schmidt will come from her defensive position up to take this corner kick. So we hit the 4-minute mark of the game. Doesn't send that one quite as far. Bulldogs able to get it near the box. Now Martin's going to send it right back in. That one's going to go off of a Bulldog, and it'll be another corner kick for the
Lady
Bruins.
Bruins.
That one trying to go near post is out, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett sends that one out near midfield where Rachel Price gets to it. Oh, like Hedge and Hatfield both hit the ball at the same time. Brooke Norton with it now. She'll give it off to Price. Price going to try to get it up to Ella Dodd. Dodd looking for some room. Send it towards the middle. Avery Rabb there's going to send it into the box. And Witherspoon will let it go out, and it'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett to take this goal kick. Give off to Atiani. She'll send it to Pons Pagan.
2 minutes left in the half. 2 minutes.
Actually, sorry, that was Crowley. That will go off of the Bruins and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Wiley to do this throw-in. Price now with it. Gives it to Brooke Norton. Bunch running down the far sidelines. Not going to be able to get to it. It'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Lewis throws it in, tries to get it to Crowley. Brooke Norton lays it off for Rabb. Back outside, that'll go off Crowley. And a throw-in for the Bruins. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go here in the first half. And the Bruins in control with a 4-0 lead. Britton Dawes stepped up, poked that one loose. Norton with it, trying to find some space to operate. Wiley providing the pressure. So kick it outside for Atiani, but Price there to gather it back in. 45 seconds to go. Clark to Britton Dodd, back to Price. Price going to send it up. Ella Dodd in pursuit. Hedge comes over. Hedge pokes it free. It'll go off of them. Throw in for the Bruins. Under 30 seconds to go. Back to Price, right back to Dodd. To the middle, Norton gets it. Norton going to send it in. Goes off the Bulldogs. Britton Dodd with it, down to 10 seconds to go. Now Victoria Schmidt. To Price, 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will bring our first half to a close as the Central Hardin Bruins have been in control and lead 4-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Brandenburg, Radcliffe, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Again, we'll be back after this short timeout with the second half action.
Hello and welcome to this special session in which we are going to greet one of our outstanding sponsors with our HCEC-TV live sports coverage. In addition to Brandenburg Telecom, we have one of our longest partners with Physical Therapy Associates. And I think they've been with us practically day one. So joining us is Beth Vessels, who is a physical therapist at PTA. And also we've got a new person with us today, Kyle Odom. And he is a licensed athletic trainer as well as a performance enhancement specialist. Now that's a long title for the job that you do, but I know you do many jobs. So first we'll begin with, let's talk about Physical Therapy Associates, its history, and how it's grown through the number of years.
Yeah, definitely. So it first opened in 1997 in Elizabethtown, and since then it has grown to having multiple locations. So we have Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Hodgenville, Bardstown, Louisville, and our newest clinic is in Brandenburg.
Now, are all full service PTA sites?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about the elemental services that you may provide.
Yeah, so we see a lot of people, and we range from orthopedic conditions, shoulder pain, back pain, neck pain. We help people that have had total joint replacements, and we help with athletes as well. We kind of run the full gamut of physical therapy services for people.
And some of those services are specialized, so talk about some of those.
Right, so we provide treatments such as ASTEM, which is a type of massage we do with tools to help facilitate healing. We also do several different types of taping. As you can see, Kyle has some on his arm here. And we do something called dry needling as well, which is relatively new in physical therapy practice. But
what does it do? Just to explain to the audience.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of really good results with it, especially neck pain, back pain. And what it does is we take a thin filament needle and we work within the muscles of the body to help try to relax them, to relax the trigger points there. And it really helps people that have type of myofascial pain and long-term pain syndromes.
Awesome. Now, Kyle, you're new to this studio taping here. You also are new to the business. You've been there a couple of years, but that doesn't mean you've been involved with what you do for a number of years. So tell us a little bit about what you do at PTA.
Yeah, well, most athletic trainers are, facilitated with the sports programs and stuff. And then a few of us get to be in the clinic setting. And so that's what's really nice is I get the clinic setting, so I don't necessarily have to work those hours of covering the games and stuff. But what's really great in my role in the clinic is I get to kind of further our rehab. So I get to take those upper level rehabs, our ACLs, a lot of the athletes that really need to go to the next level and have a good transition back into their sport. I get to make that transition easy and seamless, and just kind of they're able to jump right into their sport once they leave us. And so that's really helpful considering how competitive we are in our area, just our community with sports. We have so many people going to the next level, and we're able just to give them that competitive edge and get back to their sport. So
that's amazing. Now, those at home, you may see what you think might be a tattoo on Kyle's arm, but it's actually a service, a treatment. So talk about that.
Yeah, so this is kinesio tape. Actually, the Olympics now, you'll probably see a ton of athletes with the kinesio tape on, a lot of different colors. And we actually I got certified last year, and we actually just had a whole bunch of them get certified this past weekend. But yeah, the one that I have on now is a lymphatic taping, so it helps with the swelling and trying to get all that debris out of the system, and we love it. In conjunction with everything that we offer, the tape allows us just at the beginning of our rehabs, and also when they leave. So when they leave, it's like we get to keep our hands on them as they leave. So everything that we have done for them, it just stays with them until they come back to us. So we get a lot of benefits from it, whether it's pain management or facilitation with the muscles or getting those muscles just to relax. We are able to do that with just our taping. So it has definitely been an asset to us.
You also have a new facility located at your Woodland Drive site. Talk a little bit about that, because that goes hand in hand with our sports athletes.
Yeah, actually it's all one building now. So we have just added a 90 by 60 foot, a 5,000 square foot building that's all turf. So we got a 35-yard turf section, and it is essential for getting our athletes where they need to be. So we can do running and sprinting. We can do all kinds of power and just a lot of that transitional stuff and really help those rehabs. So again, it's great because where before, our rehabs would stop at a certain point, and we would say, okay, this is as far as we can get you, go back to the field. And they have so much hesitancy and, really not sure. Now we take that away. Now when they leave us, they are ready to go. We have carried them through the rehab process so much so that, all they're really lacking is some of that sport-specific endurance, which we can't necessarily offer, but it's so great because they've got space to move around. We had Nathan Adcock that came in, and we got to do his throwing progression. It's big enough to do a full throwing progression with Tommy John, and so that is such a big asset again to our community because there's nothing like it. And there's nowhere that has a physical therapy clinic that has that to offer. And so, yeah, it's very essential to what we do. And again, it provides more space for our other patients, but especially for our athletes.
That's awesome. That is awesome. One thing that I want to tell our audience at home also that these two young people are graduates of the Hardin County Schools. Kyle graduated from John Hardin High School, and Beth, you graduated from Central Hardin.
Central, yes.
And so great products of the Hardin County School System. We really want to thank you so much again for sponsoring our sports coverage. Beth, just why do you feel it's important for PTA to give back to the community?
We love helping people in the community, and so that's our patient population, and so we just enjoy to be able to give back to those people who allow us to help them to recover from whatever injuries they do have.
Well, and I know that with therapy, people can get back to their normal life faster, quicker. The specialties that are involved now, oh my goodness, I mean, it really can be a quick turnaround and really enhance your quality of life.
Definitely.
So for individuals that would like to get additional information about PTA, what do they need to do, Beth?
So anytime they can call our clinic, 270-234-1569. They can visit us on the web too. And as far as if it's a patient, some insurances require a doctor's referral to come, but some don't. Kentucky's a direct access state for physical therapy, so some insurances you don't have to have a doctor's referral. So just check with your insurance company and see if they need that or not.
Great. And Kyle, do you know the website address for PTA?
physicaltherapyky.com.
Great. So make sure you check out Physical Therapy Associates of Elizabethtown. They're located all over the area now. And again, those locations, Beth?
So we have Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Hodgenville, South Louisville, and our newest clinic in Brandenburg.
Awesome. And there's multiple services at all of those locations. Thank you again for sponsoring live sports coverage with HCEC-TV, and we look forward to working again with you all this year.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It's important to build a relationship with the students and with the parents. I call each one by name in the morning when they get on. I call them by name. Each afternoon when they get off, I call them by name. You have patience to be with students.
Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Girls Soccer action. Our halftime score has the Central Hardin Bruins on top 4-0 over the John Hardin Bulldogs. Scoring from the first half, the 26:07 minute, on an assist from Brenton Dodd, it was Rachel Price putting the ball into the back of the net. And then just less than a minute later at the 25:08 mark, it was Briley Bronner taking a pass from Brenton Dodd and getting the Bruins' second goal on the board. Dodd then put herself into the goal-scoring position at the 21:57 mark as she kicked in a left footer on the left side of the goal. And then the final score of the first half at the 11:31 mark, it was Kaylee Norton getting the pass and knocking it into the back of the net and giving the Bruins their 4-0 lead. Get a reminder here on HCEC-TV tonight we will have, or sorry, not tonight, Wednesday night we'll be back in action with girls 17th District Soccer, as we will have the Elizabethtown Panthers traveling north to take on the North Hardin Trojans. And then on Thursday night, we'll have our first boys soccer game of the year. This will be right back here at Central Hardin High School as the North Hardin Trojans come to take on the Bruins in boys soccer. And on Friday night, we'll have a rivalry game again as the North Hardin Trojans will travel to the John Hardin Bulldogs. We come back on the field now. Teams will switch ends. It'll be Bulldog ball to start the second half of play. And it appears that the starters will be the same on both sides. Crowley with it, she'll send it forward. Gets past Haley Clark. Speed going to come out, waits for it to cross into the box and scoops it up. Wiley gets to that before it hits the ground. Rowlett now with it. Riley Bronner able to take it back for the Bruins. Send it up the left side, just a little too long. Going to go out and hedge. We'll send it back in with a throw in for the Bulldogs. Bronner sends it to Dodd. It's going to go wide. Out of bounds, going to be another throw in for the Bulldogs. Throw in for the Bruins. Forey to throw it in. Down the line. Trying to get it to Dodd. Hedge back there providing the pressure. Dodd going to track it down the sidelines. Dodd makes a move, gets a long line, crosses to the center, tries to get it there. Shot, blocked by, and it's in! As Witherspoon had gotten to it, but unable to knock it back out. And I believe that was Rachel Price.
Goal, Lady Bruins, number 8.
Nope, it was Brooke Norton. Norton's first goal of the evening. With 38:43 to go here in the ball game. And now the Bruins up 5-0 on the Bulldogs. That one's going to go over the head of Haley Clark, and Speed will pick it up. Bouncing high. Trying to get it out to Atiani. Bunch there for the Bruins. Atiani gets in way. And that's going to be a foul on the Bruins. It'll be Bulldog ball. Crowley to take this kick. Crowley with it still. And now to be Jenna Bunch getting it back for the Bruins. He's going to send it up the line. Beyond Lewis is Britton Dodd driving in from the outside. Left foot stopped and saved by Alexis Witherspoon. Witherspoon going to throw this one out. Almost out to midfield. Crowley with it there. 3-on-4. Crowley looking to find some space. Leaves it off for Rowlett. Rowlett left foot and scooped up by Speed. Speed in her first start this season. Again, she's taking over for the injured Grace Borgading. Crowley with it, going to send it up. It's going to go over the head of Atiani and out and be a throw in for the Bruins. Martin to throw it in. Rowlett now with it. Brooke Norton in front of her, trying to lay it off for Wiley. Schmidt going to go back there for the Bruins. She'll send it to Speed. Speed back out to Schmidt. Up the line to Dodd. Dodd with a give and go with Riley Martin. Dodd now back with it. Bunch moving towards the center as Lewis steps up, pokes it free. Dodd comes back, it goes out, and it'll go off the Bulldogs, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. I think both players thought it was supposed to be Bulldog ball, but the officials saw it differently. Martin to throw it in. Trying to get it to Norton. Wiley going to clear it out for the Bulldogs. Faree with it near midfield. Rowlett comes over, going to get it for the Bulldogs. Pushes up the right side, trying to cut back in towards the middle. Going to take a shot from just outside the box. It'll go wide left, and a goal kick for the Bruins.
Into the game for Lady Bulldogs, number 16, Kylie Newton.
Kylie Newton back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Official marks everything ready. Speed will just send it outside to Schmidt, now back to Speed. The far sideline, trying to get it to Bronner. Forey with it. Sends it into the middle. Flack there for the Bulldogs to poke it back. Forey with it again. And Dodd and Newton went after it. Bulldogs come out with it. Crowley with it. Trying to drop it off for Rowlett, back to Crowley. Gets stopped there. Now Forey with it. Sends it out to Rachel Price near the middle of the field. Flack comes up and sends it back. Schmidt will now gather it in for the Bruins. Clark with the ball. Trying to send it between some Bulldogs. Nia Johnson sends it up to Rowlett. Rowlett lays it off for Crowley. Trying to poke her way through. Clark will just clear it out of the box to the side to 4E. On the far side, Bunch with it. Bronner send it up the far sidelines. Hedge providing the pressure. Flack unable to clear it. Bronner kicks it back in. Norton up to Bunch. Ball being knocked around right at the top of the box. Norton with it again. Flack gets control of it. Now Dodd back with it for Central to Bunch. For Bronner. Bronner going to chip it in. It's going to land, and Witherspoon going to be able to pick it up and get the save. Have a foul on the Bruins. It'll be Bulldog ball. Schmidt heads that one back to Norton. Norton lays it off for free. To Rab on the outside. Rab going to send it across field, trying to get it to Dodd. Newton will be there for the Bulldogs to get it. Dodd able to gain possession. It's going to go off of Newton. Dodd quickly threw it in, but there were going to be substitutions for both sides.
22, Ella Dodd.
Now Ella Dodd checks back in for the Bruins. And Atiani checks back in for
the Bulldogs, number 17,
the Bulldogs.
Miriam Atiani.
Christy De La Rosa Pagan lets that one go over the end line. Be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Crowley comes back to take this one. Eladon with it. A little far for Price to get to. Norton going to get back for the Bruins. Drops inside for Price. Price left foot. It goes wide. It'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Bruins providing constant pressure on the offensive end tonight against the Bulldogs. Ball bounced around. Bunch with it. She's going to lay it off for Martin. Martin sends it up, trying to get it to Ella Dodd. Bunch now with it. She will get it to Ella Dodd. Dodd gets into the box. Flack there, poke it free. She just kicks it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Right back to Dodd, trying to chip it forward. De La Rosa Pagan lets it go through, and Witherspoon collects it. Brunner and Wiley going after it. That'll be Price. He'll drop it back for Martin. Up to Bunch. Ella Dodd goes after it, chases it, it'll go beyond the end line, and another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Crowley comes back to take this goal kick. Martin comes up, kicks that one out. It will be Bruin ball. Martin will do the throw in. Go down the line for Bunch. Lewis providing the pressure. Atiani heads it, but Martin there for the Bruins. Down. De La Rosa Pagan going to let that one cross the line, and it'll be another goal kick for the Bruins. Probably going to send that one out. Bunch with it now. Price. Price left foot hit there by De La Rosa Pagan, and Bunch sends it over the end line, and another goal kick for the Bulldogs. The Bruins doing a very good job of keeping the ball on that end of the field. Very few shots on goal tonight for the Bulldogs. Price heads that one back in, trying to get it to Bunch. Bronner on the left side. She's going to try to cross. Hedge provides the pressure. Bronner sends it into the box. De La Rosa Pagan out. And Pons Pagan now with it. She'll kick it up, trying to get it to Rowlett. Sent back in by Faree. Right to Witherspoon, and she'll gather it up. Clark comes up to provide the pressure. She'll get it, drops it off to Faree. Kicks it out near midfield. Price there to get it. Drops it off for Bunch. And then Crowley back with it for the Bulldogs. Clark racing back along with Schmidt. Schmidt going to take it out towards the left side. Up to Faree. Rab with it. To Price. She'll drop it back off for Martin. Martin going to send up trying to get to Ella Dodd. De La Rosa Pagan comes over. She'll clear it. And another throw in for the Bruins. Price now takes this one. Witherspoon over, knocks it away. Bronner and Johnson go after it. Both go down. The ball it'll be throw in for the Bruins because Ernst asking for an explanation as two players went down on the field. Foree going to send it into the box a little too far over the end line, and a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Britton Dodd back into the lineup for
10, Britton Dodd.
the Bruins. Crowley to take this goal kick. And Dodd stepped in front of that one. Bunch going to give it back to her. Shot one time. It's good. And right off the bench and into the scoring column is Britton Dodd with her second goal of the night.
Lady Bruins, number 10, Britton
Pass
Dodd.
came in. Dodd kicked it to Price. Price gave it right back. And Dodd with her second goal of the evening with just under 25 minutes to go, 24:48 to go in the ball game. And now a 6-0 lead for the Bruins. We're going to send it up the right side. Clark will track it down for the Bruins. Dodd with it. Sorry, now Dodd with it. Bunch had given it off to her. High in the air. Crowley with it. Foree just going to drop it back. And it goes out, and it'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Johnson to throw it in. Now she'll hand it off to Crowley.
Into the game for Lady Bulldogs, number 16, Kylie Newton.
Newton back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Martin steps in front of that pass. Foree going to send it back up. Crowley there. Rowlett and Johnson unable to get it past the in line for the defensive line for the Bruins. Bunch with it. So now get it to Dodd. Britton Dodd continuing to have control of the ball. She'll lay it off for Riley Martin, who gives it up to Jenna Bunch. And some miscommunication there between four of the Bruins. Unsure who was going in which direction. Britton Dodd now gives it to Ella Dodd. Tries to drop it back off for Britton Dodd. Dodd and Lewis both go down. It'll be Bruin throw in.
Into the game for Lady Bruins, number 12, Kaylee Norton.
Kaylee Norton back into the lineup for the Bruins. Martin with this throw in. Trying to get it to Bunch. Now Rowlett with it for the Bulldogs to Wiley. Wiley going to send it up, trying to get it to Newton. Newton will get there before it goes out of bounds. Lays it off for Flack. Brooke Norton there to step in front of it now. Ella Dodd with it. Newton able to come back and provide pressure. Poke it away. Pons Pagan now with it. Quickly up to Wiley. And the Bruins back with it. Ella Dodd now with it. She'll send it to the corner, trying to get it to Brenton Dodd. That will go over the inline and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Crowley going to come back and take this goal kick. Crowley to take this one. Sends it out to Lewis.
Number 17, Miriam Atiani.
Atiani now with it. Martin there steps in the way for the Bruins. Bunch trying to get it to Price in the middle. Send it to Brooke Norton. Leaves it off for Lexi Faree. Sends it into the box, but it'll go over the inline on a goal kick for the Bulldogs.
Into the game for Lady Bruins, number 23, Peyton Rabb.
Rabb back into the lineup for the Bruins. Newton back in for the Bulldogs.
And into the game for Lady Bulldogs, number 16, Kylie Newton.
Rowlett near midfield. Schmidt comes up and gets it back for the Bruins. Trying to get it outside to Kaylee Norton. Hedge out there as well. That's going to go off of Norton. It'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Melissa Wiley with it. That's going to go wide and a throw-in for the Bruins. Faree to throw it in. Dodd and Hedge going at it there. Brooke Norton comes out with it. Rachel Price. Flack able to get to it. Price drops it back off for Faree. Trying to chip it back in. De La Rosa Pagan kicks it out. Wiley with it. Out near midfield. Schmidt comes up from the back line. Faree sends it down the left sideline for the Bruins. Out of bounds and a throw in for the Bruins. $19 minutes to go here in the ball game. It's been all Central Hardin. Up 6-0 on the Bulldogs. Schmidt outside to Riley. Riley wanted to go right back to Schmidt. Didn't have a clean hit on it. Ella Dodd now with it. She'll lay it off for Schmidt. Schmidt mishits that one. A foul on the Bruins, and it'll be a Bulldog free kick. Crowley right back up, trying to get it to Rowlett. Aya Johnson gathers it now to be Brooke Norton for the Bruins with it. Outside for Kaylee Norton. Norton to Rabb. Gets it to Brenton Dodd. Dodd outside to Ella Dodd. Ella Dodd tried to. De La Rosa Pagana got in there. Pons Pagan now with it. Up to Crowley. She'll drive it out. She'll chip it forward. Schmidt there to head it. Now Haley Clark with it. near midfield, looking downfield, seeing who to pass it to. Tries to get it to Brenton Dodd. Lays it back for Clark. Martin will come over and collect it. Rowlett provides the pressure off of her, and they throw in for the Bruins. Substitutions on both sides.
7, Amber Hatfield.
Hatfield back into the lineup for the Bruins. And Miriam Atiani back in for the Bulldogs. Martin to throw it in. Gets it to Price.
And into the game for Lady Bulldogs, number 17, Miriam Atiani.
Brenton Dodd with it. Going to cross into the box to Avery Rabb and just over the goal, as it didn't really get to her foot, as it seemed to get on her knee, but it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Again, a reminder here on HCEC-TV, we will be off tomorrow night, Wednesday night. We'll be back in 17th District girls soccer action as the E-Town Panthers travel to Radcliffe to take on the North Hardin Trojans. On Thursday night, we'll have our first boys game of the year right back here at Central Hardin, as they will host the North Hardin Trojans. And then on Friday night, it will be a rivalry matchup. Schools about 4.5 miles apart, as the 0-1 North Hardin Trojans will travel to the 1-0 John Hardin Bulldogs for football. Kick time is 7:30. Paul Gray will come on a few minutes before that with the pregame show. Ella Dodd now with it. She'll leave it off for Price. Trying to get it to Rab, sent back out. Forey will come up with it. Outside for Hatfield. Nia Johnson gets it for the Bulldogs. Forey just pokes it out. It'll be a throw-in for John Hardin. Atiani now with it. Back to Flack. Flack going to get it up to Rowlett. Trying to get it outside. Britton Dodd leaves it off for Rachel Price. Price sends it forward to Dodd. Dodd again lays it off. Now they're going to send it outside for Ella Dodd. Ella able to track it down in the corner. Lewis providing the pressure there. Get out now, Britton Dodd with it. Leaves it off for Riley Martin. Martin squares it up, takes the shot. It'll go wide right. And a goal kick for the Bulldogs.
Game for Lady Bruins, number 5, Briley Bronner.
All the soccer games here on HCEC-TV have a start at 7 o'clock.
And the game for Lady
Wednesday
Bulldogs,
and
number
Thursday
16,
night will
Kylie
be on
Newton.
the air at 7. Brenton Dodd stepped in front of that goal kick. Avery Rabb with it. She'll take the shot there. And Alexis Witherspoon with the save. Atiani headed it over. Ella Dodd trying to keep it inbounds. Martin able to get it back for the Bruins. Flack back to Crowley. To Wiley. Just send it out wide, trying to get to Atiani. Speed comes out of the goal. She'll just send it back towards midfield. Riley Bronner there for the Bruins. Flack providing the pressure, and that'll go over the sideline, and a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Ella Dodd now with it. Pons McGowan hooks it back. Schmidt with it. She'll lay it outside for free. Trying to get it into the middle. Wiley there for the Bulldogs. Outside to Newton. Up to Rowlett, but Clark there for the Bruins. Schmidt now to track it down. She'll lay it off for Speed. Speed will send it right back out for Clark. Rab with it to the middle to Brooke Norton. Norton goes around two different Bulldog defenders. Left foot sends it to the top of the box, gets through. Ella Dodd there. Her shot goes high. And another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Go down the scoring for tonight. Get in the first half at the 26:07 mark. It was Rachel Price put the Bruins on the scoreboard. Just less than a minute later, 59 seconds later, at the 25:08 mark, it was Briley Bronner with her first goal of the night. At 21:57, Brenton Dodd scored her first goal of the evening, giving the Bruins a 3-0 lead. And then with 11:31 to go in the first half, Kaylee Norton found the back of the net to give the Bruins a halftime score of 4-0. Here in the second half, at the 38:43 mark, just a minute 17 into the second half, it was Brooke Norton getting into the scoring. And then with 24:48 to go in the ball game, Brenton Dodd scored her second goal. Shot on the goal that time, saved by Michaela Speed. One of the few times she's really had a ball come on frame. Brenton Dodd now with it. Gets it out to Bronner. Poked away by Crowley. Martin to send it in. Gets it to Brenton Dodd. Lewis clears it out. Now Rowlett with it. Trying to do a give and go back to Rowlett. Stays on her feet. Now we'll have a foul on the Bruins. Kick for the Bulldogs. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Rowlett going to send that one all the way down. Speed didn't catch it cleanly. It bounced free and she picked it up on the first bounce before any Bulldog could get there. Quickly sends it out. And you see defense turn into offense as that one gets past De La Rosa Pagan. She catches up to it, sends it out near the corner. She'll send it up the line. Amber Hatfield there for the Bruins. And they'll actually send it all the way back down into the defensive end. Now Victoria Schmidt with it. They'll start the attack down the right side. Martin with it. Trying to pass it to Brooke Norton, gets away from her. Melissa Wiley tracks it down for the Bulldogs. Send it up. Haley Clark back there for the Bruins. Lays it off for Lexi Faree. Rab sends it into the box. Dodd trying to get there. De La Rosa Pagan on the defensive side. Dodd weaving her way in and out. Still with it, trying to poke it free, and gets it in. And it's a hat trick for Brenton Dodd.
Goal number 10, Brenton Dodd.
With 8:22 to go in the ball game, Dodd scores her third goal of the evening. I want to get over the head of Clark. Speed will come out, scoop it up, kick it right back out near midfield. Dodd last week with a haul of goals. That would be 4 this week with a hat trick. Crowley with it. Clark comes over to apply some pressure. Schmidt steps in front of the pass, sends it out near midfield. Now Newton with it. Brab will send it up the left side. Hatfield with it. Driving towards the center of the field. Give it back to Brooke Norton, who drops it back to Schmidt. Outside for Free. Free going to send it in the box. An easy scoop for Alexis Witherspoon. She throws it out near midfield. Brooke Norton able to step in the way. Gets past Pons Vaughan. Go with the left foot. Witherspoon able to reach out and grab it. Another save for Alexis. Schmidt and Rowlett going after it at midfield. Schmidt will control it, drops it back to Clark. Clark outside for Martin. Just try to send it up the side for Eladon. Miriam Matziani there. And able to watch it go over the in line, and it be a goal kick for the Bulldogs.
Into the game for Lady Bruins, number 6, Rachel Price.
Rachel Price back into the lineup. Crowley sends that one out. Brooke Norton able to step in way of that one. Trying to find some space. Able to get through. And the shot, it's good by Brooke Norton. Gets her second goal of the half.
Goal for Lady Bruins.
Just 5:26 to go in the game. A little less than 3 minutes since the last Britton Dodd score. So Norton now with her second. Dodd has 3 on the night. That makes the score 8-0 Central Hardin. Immediately the Bruins back with control. Riley Braun are going to send it to the corner. That one gets into the box. Witherspoon coming for it. Hatfield was rushing in. It's going to go off Hatfield's hand. So it will be free kick for the Bulldogs. Kick out near Flack. Flack going to send it outside for Atziani. Martin comes over to apply the pressure. Poked away. That'll go off Eladon, and it'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Oh, they're going to say for the Bruins. Martin will throw it in. It goes off Flack, out of bounds. Another throw in for Martin. De La Rosa Pagan will send it out beyond midfield. Dodd now back playing in the defensive position for the Bruins. Clark able to keep it inbounds. That'll go off Rowlett and be a throw in for the Bruins. Newton back into the lineup for the Bulldogs.
Lady Bruins, number 13, Jenna Bunch. Number 12, Kaylee Norton. Number 20, Avery Rabb.
Rabb, Kaylee Norton, and Bunch back into the lineup. Rowlett tries to send it back down to Newton. Bronner with it. She'll take it over midfield. Kaylee Norton. Now Flack comes out with it for the Bulldogs. Norton right back with it. Tried to lay it off. Ponsbagan able to get in the way. Bronner ran over Flack, but Ponsbagan comes out with it. She's going to send it forward. Martin on the defensive end for the Bruins. Able to keep it inbounds. That'll go off Latiani. Throw in for the Bruins. That'll go out. A throw in for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Melissa Wiley track it down. It's pressure from Rachel Price. We'll get through to the top of the box, and Martin clears it for the Bruins. Ponsbagan unable to control it. Bronner with it. She'll send it up the right sideline. Bronner lays it off for Brooke Norton. Gotta get it to Rabb. Back into Brooke Norton. Drives onto the left side of the box. Centers it back out. Price unable to get to it. Kaylee Norton almost with her second. It goes just wide to the right. We're down to 30 seconds to go. That'll go wide. Throw in for the Bruins. Martin quickly into Bronner. Outside for Kaylee Norton.
9, 8, 7.
Another throw in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it. And our final here, 8-0 Central Hardin over John Hardin.
This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsoring in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Visit us at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6000. Online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple.
Our guest commentator tonight in the booth, Mr. Eli Thompson, reading our commercials. He'll be back on the air with us Thursday night. Again, score here 8-0, Central Hardin victorious over John Hardin. We will be back on the air Wednesday night at 7 o'clock as it will be girls action again as Elizabethtown takes on North Hardin.